All right, everybody, we are officially back here in Pennsylvania. This is State Park 11, Laurel Hill State Park. Today, I am doing the Hemlock Trail. It's got everything from awesome stream views to 200-foot tall hemlocks. So stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this episode. Welcome back, Maxim Outdoorsers. Once again, we are back in the beautiful state of Pennsylvania for the official start of my year 2 on YouTube. If you've seen my video last week, my year in review or whatever you want to call that, you'll know that I'm starting a new series called the State Park Series. And basically the goal that I have in mind is to visit each and every Pennsylvania state park. So without further ado, we are here at a brand new state park this week, Laurel Hill State Park. It's Thursday, May 12th, and we're camping here in the campground. Just me, brand new truck to start the year out. I already caught the table on fire and I'm bleeding. So great start to year 2 here. But anyway, don't want to bore you guys. Laurel Hill State Park. Gonna be here Thursday, Friday, and a little bit Saturday. Probably gonna get 2 videos out of this. Tomorrow we are going to be doing the Lakeside Trail and the Hemlock Trail, and talking a little bit about the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps. They played such a prominent role here in Pennsylvania during the Depression era. And then to top it off, Saturday morning, we are going to actually hike to one of the old CCC built dams, Jones Mill Dam. Been there before, it's pretty cool. And this state park is pretty cool as well. This is probably my 5th or 6th time here. first time ever camping here, and to be honest, it's a ghost town. I've been here for about 2 hours now, and not another camper in sight, but it is Thursday. So yeah, start of the state park series. I think this is like state park number 9 or something like that in Pennsylvania, and we got like 160 more to do here. So yeah, Laurel Hill State Park. Sorry to ramble, but I'll probably see you tomorrow on the trail. But anyway, this is Camp Maxim for the night here. So signing out. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys, day 2 begins now back here at Laurel Hill State Park. I'm here at the aptly named Laurel Hill Creek, and kind of at the terminus of the 2 trails that we're going to be tackling today. So on my left here, this little trail kind of winds its way on down here and around the lake, which is a couple hundred feet down that way. But this is the lakeside trail. And then on the other side of the road here, I don't know if you can see that signpost. This trail heads up the hill there and heads to the Hemlock Trail. So those are going to be the 2 trails we're going to head to today. Total of maybe 5 miles if we're lucky. But yeah, the fish are jumping. Saw a couple of deer already this morning and a possum. So seems like it's going to be a pretty good day. Yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying these state park videos here from PA. If you have any recommendations, maybe your favorite state park in Pennsylvania, let me know, and I'll put that on the list. So yeah, Laurel Hill State Park, probably going to be a 2-parter, but yeah, let's check out the Hemlock Trail first. What do you say? Anyway, I have done this trail before. It is a little bit strenuous, nothing too crazy. I believe it's 1.7 miles total. Good day to get out. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be in the 80s today, and believe it or not, this is the first hiking / camping trip for me since November. So almost 6 months have gone by since my last Pennsylvania outing. So hopefully, if you're a subscriber for my Arizona series, you're not going to get too bored. But we're going to focus primarily on Pennsylvania here for the next couple months. But I do have a couple other tricks up my sleeve. Probably going to be hitting some Maryland parks as well as West Virginia, and maybe even a couple other states, but we'll see. So yeah, anyway, Hemlock Trail, you can see we're kind of up on a cliff looking down at Laurel Hill Creek here. Yeah, so this is probably my 4th or 5th time down along Laurel Hill Creek here, and every time it kind of blows my mind how beautiful it is up here. Could come here a million times and it would probably never get old. But this trail is pretty cool because you get the best of both worlds. You get a nice stream area here to kind of just enjoy a stroll by, and then eventually we head on down this way and meander our way up the hill, and we hit the Hemlock Grove that we're going to be talking about here shortly. So very, very nice, easy trail. Pretty much take the whole family on, and it's not gonna be too strenuous on really anyone. So I'm gonna keep heading on here, getting some really awesome views of the stream here. So yeah. Might have some mink tracks here, possibly. I don't think there's otter in here. By the size of them, I'm guessing it's probably a small little mink. What an absolutely perfect morning here at Laurel State Park. I just wanted to say, all the state parks I've been to, each and every one seems to have their own little unique history and unique theme to them. But the one that catches my eye the most here in Laurel State Park, the most prevalent thing I've noticed is they celebrate their history with the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps. If you're not too familiar with it, I won't bore you, but back in 1933, FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, signed the New Deal. A lot of people were obviously hurting for money during the Great Depression, so he sent out all the single young men basically out into the woods and all around the country, you name it, Florida, Utah, Pennsylvania, pretty much everywhere, and basically put them to work. They made about $1,000 a month, which back in 1933 isn't a bad deal, but they had to send back 25% to their parents. So Laurel Hill here actually had 2 camps. Each camp kind of varied in size. I heard about 200 people in each camp, but who knows? I'm not really sure about the numbers. But these young men came out here, and everything you see around here, you could pretty much attribute to them, including the trees, the creeks, the roads, the trail I'm walking on, the lake, the dam, you name it. I'm not going to get too much into the history before that, but if I was standing where I was right now back in 1933, it wouldn't look anything like this, believe it or not. And we'll talk a little bit about that once we get up to the Hemlocks. So next time you're in a state park, might want to say thanks to the Civilian Conservation Corps. So. All right, well, we are officially saying goodbye to Laurel Hill Creek here as we head into the Hemlock natural area here. And as soon as you go by this little sign here, you're confronted by some of the largest trees in Pennsylvania, the mighty hemlocks. All right, well, we have officially arrived here at the old growth Hemlock Grove. A couple hundred of these trees in this area here, including this guy here that is well over 100 foot tall. If you're kind of curious about hemlock trees, they're a type of pine, a conifer, and their bark has these deep grooves, furrowed, pretty rough looking bark. But as I said before, this is an old growth area here, which means that these trees were never touched by the lumber industry. Everywhere else I walked today, that would have been all clear cut back in the late 1800s and early 1900s. So this area was never touched, believe it or not. There are around 8 to 10 species of these hemlock around the world, including Asia, Japan, and 4 species here in North America, 2 of which are out west and 2 of which are here in the east. Unfortunately, these trees are faced by pretty rough hardship right now. They have a aphid, a sap-sucking aphid, that is rapidly killing off these trees. So we're looking at some of these right now. Who knows, in 10-20 years these guys might not be standing due to this invasive species that was accidentally introduced from Eastern Asia. So that brings up another point I kind of wanted to emphasize. If you ever see signs that say, you know, no out-of-state firewood, no out-of-county firewood, that has a reason. A lot of these counties, a lot of these states are hotbeds for these invasive pests, and you don't want to take, you know, firewood too far from its original location, because the result might be killing one of these old ancient trees that have been around for about as long as America has been around, believe it or not. These trees were standing during the Civil War. And yeah, don't mean to ramble, but pretty cool. So yeah, Hemlock Grove, that's pretty much the reason why we came out on this trail. So we're gonna loop around here and gain a little elevation and head on back to the truck. But yeah, pretty cool. Hopefully you guys learned a little something about these giant hemlock trees that can grow up to 200 feet tall as well. I forgot to note that. And another pretty important fact I forgot to mention are that these trees are actually the Pennsylvania state tree, the Eastern Hemlock, Pennsylvania's state tree, and are also known as sugas in Japanese. So if you ever go to Japan, you know, run into a hemlock, you can impress somebody and say, hey, look at that suga. All right, I'm officially done talking about hemlock trees. But as I was walking down here, I did notice a couple of trilliums. So wildflowers are obviously in full bloom out here right now, but we got a white trillium here, and then there is like a not really sure what color you would call that, but these GoPros really suck it up close shots, but like a red trillium, I guess. So pretty cool. Saw a lot of different types of wildflower today, so I'm glad I did this little spur trail. All right, found this little piece of history here before we head on back to the truck. So back to the CCC Boys, a little bit of history here. Obviously this is rebuilt, but there was an original structure, as you can see here, that was built in the 1930s. I don't know what happened. Maybe it fell apart over time or caught on fire, but the local workers here came back and restored it, rebuilt it, and now we have a brand new shelter here right along the trail. So you can see the old fire pit here that was probably original from back in the 30s, but just another little piece of history just showing you exactly what the CCC did back in the day. A bunch of 18 to 25-year-olds would have came up here in the middle of the woods back whenever there was no trees here, heavily eroded, no wildlife, and built stuff like this, planted trees. And like I said, you could attribute pretty much all the state parks in Pennsylvania, not all of them, but a good majority of them, to the CCC. So thanks, CCC. All right, everybody, that's going to wrap up this episode from Laurel Hill State Park. 11 state parks down on this channel, 121 in the state of Pennsylvania. As always, if you're new to this channel, if you aren't already, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. Give me a like and leave me a comment. Tell me what your favorite state park is. Tell me which one I should do next. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Part 2 when we tackle the Lakeside Trail back here at Laurel Hill State Park. See you next week.